Hello and welcome. This is Linda. So glad you're here again with me. I love your company, so keep coming. Here's another in our videos in our challenge for 2024, making our perfectly imperfect coffee table book in our slow stitch style. So we've all going to have a different book because we're going to put it together in our own style. And this is my first open widespread page that I've been working on. And if you follow the playlist from the beginning, you'll see how I've created this all along. And I'm still working on it. Today, I'm auditioning this tree that I'm making. This burlap leaf is one I got at a craft store, and I'm just stitching on some greenery to make the leaf become a tree like I want to, and I'm just auditioning putting a few of these little blooms on there. I think those would be cute. Then I made this little pocket because I wanted this page to have a pocket so I can slip something in there. So this little pocket is ready to sew on to. And what I'm going to do right now, this is just some fibers that are auditioning here in the background. See if I want to keep them there. I have to play with them for a while. I'm just going to make this look like a little button by just sewing some black threads across it. I hope you are joining me for this challenge. It'll be going on the entire year for 2024. We are aiming to have all of our pages completed, however many we personally decided to put into our book. Those completed by October, and then we'll work on our cover. Again, that's your choice, whether you start with a hard cover or you make a cloth cover, however you want to do that. Filling this book is completely up to you. We just want it to be primarily in textiles and to be in a slow stitch style, but you can use other elements. I mean, like you can see, I'm bringing in a pre-made element here. I've already completed this piece and I incorporated it into this page. But now that looks like a little button on there, and I'm really liking that. And I'm thinking I'm really liking that. So I'm going to work on this a little bit. And let's see. Every once in a while, it's nice to start with something that is already pre-made. You can find so many little embellishments in the craft store that you can utilize in your slow stitch. That way it comes kind of a multimedia. We're using all kinds of things on it. Some people will be painting pages and then slow stitching. I just don't know. I can't wait to see what everybody does, but don't let yourself be limited. In other words, in your creativity. Dream up some things to use. So let's see, I believe this leaf is going to be my next one. So let's get it on there. Get out there to the end a little bit. There you go. You do not have to make pages as complicated as this one I'm working on. You can make it as simple as you want or as complicated as you want. You can use any type of stitching or embroidery that you want. The thing is, just start designing and put together your own coffee table book. Wouldn't it be fun to have a book of our creation sitting on our coffee table that when we have guests over, they can pick up and thumb through and enjoy looking at the things that we've made. That would be really, really nice, I think. I have a lot of friends that don't do stitchery, but they love to look at it. And so I think they'll enjoy that book when they come over. And it's not an overwhelming project because we have all year to make it. It's, you know, we're all busy people. We can't just sit and stitch all the time, so we need some time to work on these projects. This burlap has like a glue on the back of it, so it's kind of stiff in places, kind of hard to get a needle through, but perseverance will get it done. The green that I'm using is simply a cut up leaf from a silk flower stem that I had. It had big leaves on it, so I got one of those leaves and I cut it up into little leafy shapes, and that's what I'm using to put on this burlap leaf. Okay, so there we go. Burlap has spiky edges here, so it's always catching my thread too. I'm liking the way that looks, aren't you? That just really leaves no doubt to what this is. This page of mine is very busy. It's very much in my style. And that's why I say that you may not like that. So you're free to do whatever style you want on all your pages. The aim for this whole challenge is just to create a larger coffee-sized table book of your stitchery. And something that you can display. Also, you know, I don't know about you, but I create a ton of things. I can't afford to frame every piece that I make. And so making a book to incorporate a lot of them just makes a lot of sense for me. And that way they'll stay nice. They'll stay in a collection. And it's also something that I can pass down. So if you haven't thought about creating a book before, this challenge will give you a reason, and it'll give you a lot of company. Be sure to use the hashtag so that we can find your work, and if you're uploading videos, things like that, so we can find those videos. Visit your channel, see and be inspired by your creativity. Ouch. today has been punch day. I've punctured my finger about 3 times already. And you know, it's funny, I can sew for weeks and never do that, and then one day I do it multiple times. Now, you know, does that make any sense? If it does, I hadn't found it yet, but anyway, it's one of those days. You know, designing is something I really love. Coming up with something, you know, it's hard to come up with anything new that hasn't been done before. That's kind of hard. But you can always come up with a different angle to something that's been done before. You can come up with your style of doing it, your elements to do it with. There's just, so designing is something that anybody can do. I've heard people say, well, I can't design. Well, sure you can. Just put something together. That's a design. Something that's unique to you. Can't really go through this burlap leaf, so we just have to kind of go under those threads. That'll work. And if I'm worried about it, I can always come back and put some little bit of glue on that. Wouldn't hurt it. So, how about that? We're moving right along on that. Okay. Don't know exactly how this is going to position, but I think it's going to be a taller element, because this is a pretty good size element and it's going down. I think I'll let the leaf overlap that like that. I'm thinking that's weighted pretty good. Let me just pin that so it doesn't move while I'm not working on it. I don't know what I'm going to put in that pocket yet, but whatever it is, I don't know. Maybe I'll stick a note in there, but I don't know. So what do you think so far? It's coming along, isn't it? Of course, you may not know where it's coming along to, but it's coming along. So can you envision when somebody's going through this book and they get to this page and they open it up and they have this whole spread here to just explore and go through with their eyes and see what they can find and what little elements are in here that might be a little surprise. I have, you know, got this grassy area pinned in down here. I've got this side stitched in. I don't know what else I might put in here yet. It's so busy that I'm thinking, Lynda, you gotta stop. But you know what? I don't know. If it hits me, it's going in there. So we'll just have to wait and see. But I may just leave this a grassy area and might put a few more little of these in here or something like that. But okay, till next time. We're getting further along in our challenge. So hop in. There's lots of time left. Okay? Until next time, stay scrap happy.